Yo, what is up? It's FinSec with CB83 coming to you for another banger of a show. Guess what? We got a lot of Miami Dolphins news, some interviews out of camp. JP is back. Tyreek Hill versus Noah Lyles. The whole shebang. The whole shebang. Do me a favor, as you guys come in the room, do your boy a favor. Punch that like button on your way in. Um, this one will be fun. We'll go over some interviews, watch some stuff, and also just kind of talk some Miami Dolphins news. Maybe answer some questions, do a little Q&A. Just get after it, man. But we're gonna go up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Um, I know you guys are popping in. You didn't know I was going live. That's why it's very important to turn on the notifications. Notifications typically don't go out very well. But do your boy a favor, hit that notification button, let you know when I'm going live. So, hey, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Let's rock it. Hey, D Rod in the building. What's good, my guy? Let's get it. Hey, shout out to D Rod being the first in the chat. You know, we got to go up for that number one. We got to go up for number one, man. I appreciate you coming through. You already know what time it is. You know how we get down over here, D Rod. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Let's rock this thing. Y'all ready? You ready? You ready, B? Let's go, man. Let's get it. That. Ha ha. What you know? Hey, you already know how we get down, boy. You ain't talking about nothing, boy. You ain't talking about nothing there, boy. You ain't talking about nothing. What's up with y'all, man? Shout out to the homies in the chat. Hey, Pittsburgh Dolphin, I see you. Let's go, Fins. Time for us to be the bullies, man. We playing bully ball, man. Hey, Miami Dolphins playing bully ball now. Hey, hashtag bully ball in the chat. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We about to get after it on these fools, man. They don't know what time it is. Lil HP, I see you. Hey, shout out to Pittsburgh Dolphin, man. One of the homies in the members gang. I appreciate you, bro, coming through and supporting the channel financially with the support. Hey, you know we gotta go up for the homie, man. Hey, some of y'all need to join the members gang. Y'all tripping, man. Get your seat at the table, get these emojis. Let's get this thing rocking. Let's go, Pittsburgh. What's good? Lil V, what's good? 772 in the building. What's up, CB83? I'm here. Do you see me now? I see you, bro. I see you. Hey, what's good with you? Raph is in the building. Let's freaking go, Miami Dolphins. Easy E needs to step up. Easy E, man. Where is that boy at? He better get back to it. See them dudes out here making plays. Malik Washington. Bro, you might not have a seat at the table, my boy. You better tighten up. Get back quick. You're gonna be on on the first, you get your bus ticket out of town. You better tighten up. My man said we New Orleans ready, man. Yeah, that's Super Bowl. You already know what that is. That's Super Bowl, Lil V. That's Super Bowl. My man Woo back in the building. Shout out to Woo back, one of the day oneers in the building, man. We got to go up for the homie. He's in Australia holding it down in the great outback. Hey, come on, mate. He's in the great outback watching from Australia. I appreciate you, homie, coming through and supporting. And Wooback's got a dope channel too. If you're into like culture, food, and stuff like that, he's got a dope YouTube channel. Support his channel as well. Shout out to the homie, man. Let's go. What's up, Oos? What's up, Oos? Sir, B show, you already know, man. I let them know. Hey, it's time. It's time. It's bully ball time, man. Bully ball, offensive line gonna be bully ball. Hey, stop playing with my offensive line, dog. Stop playing with them. Stop playing with them, man. Y'all see my boys in the lab cooking up, man. Y'all better stop playing with my guys, man. Shout out to the homie Wayne T in the building, too. Hey, everybody popping through. Yo, we about to start getting everybody back and getting ready for game one, baby. Let's go. You see it. This week, JP back. Hey, do I need to put on the film? Do I need to put on the film, mate? Come on, man. JP out there working, man. Let me go ahead and show y'all this, man. Hey, that boy ain't playing, man. That boy back in the lab. Back in the lab, B. Hey, who is this? Y'all know who that is? Let me show y'all, man. That boy out there working, man. Stop playing with JP, man. Boy out there really getting it in. It's crazy. Check him out, though. Ah. Hey, them drills. Hey, that boy, hey, he firing off the ball. Hey, he looking kind of swift on his feet, man. Looking swift on his feet, just getting back into the rhythm, getting his feet underneath him, start sprinting, getting them full speed reps, bro. It's about to be a problem, man. Y'all better stop playing with Phillips, man. So back off the pup list. And honestly, just credit to him. He's done a really good job of just trying to get back, working really hard, beating his deadlines. And that's what it's about. Guys who just take it seriously, right? You can tell he takes it seriously. He wants to be out there with his guys. He wants to be out there playing good football, right? He doesn't want his team going out there without him. So credit to him, a testament to him and the player that he is, just making sure that he was locked in on rehabbing and getting back to where he was. And now he's on the field sooner than I expected, for sure. I thought it would be maybe week 3 before he goes, and maybe it still is a little bit more time, right? Maybe they do hold him out a little bit longer. But, I mean, to be back at practice off the pup, kind of 2 weeks into camp, that's kind of crazy. Real crazy. So, real crazy. B-Show says swirly, stuffed in lockers, like taking candy from a baby. Bully ball, man. That's what we own, man. Stop playing with our defense, man. Defense coming, man. Raph says, CB, do you think Tanner Connor injury is his ribs? Good question. I'm not sure. Not sure, man. I think when you're playing football, right, you're playing full speed reps in games. You're gonna have some little nicks. It's gonna be little things here and there that bother you. But you got to take care of your body. So, after games, you got to get ice, you got to get rest. That may be precautionary. It looked like he was in there, banging around, doing a lot of blocking, doing some stuff on the interior against guys. So, I mean, that tight end position is not an easy position to play, right? You're running routes, you're doing a lot of blocking, you're in line. It could be tough on your body, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. I'm pretty sure it's probably not nothing serious. Probably something that's hurting right now. He's probably not really injured, but hopefully he gets back soon. V21 says, "Where's Chubb?" No idea, but I don't think Chubb is coming back anytime soon. I think probably week 4 for sure before we see a Chubb sighting, or maybe halfway through the season. When I saw Chubb, when I was down there at training camp, he just looked like he was nowhere near coming back anytime soon. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like he was kind of chilling on the sideline, snacking, watching, getting the mental reps, but just not doing anything physical. Shout out to the homie Shake Money, man. Shake Money supports the channel all the time. One of the members, gang. Appreciate Shake Money coming through. Shake Money does his own thing too. He's got a wine channel popping off. Um, he's got he does work over on the TFTG. He's actually the best dude over there right now. So he's killing it at TFTG. He's also on Larry K's show. He be killing it over there. So shout out to the homie Shake Money. Always doing his damn thing wherever he go. Always doing the damn thing, bringing the good content. I don't know about them other guys, but Shake Money be bringing that thing. No homo. But V21 says thought Chubb would have been back first. Nah, I mean I thought it was Jaelan Phillips all along because I saw him moving around doing some running. Chubb don't look like he doing nothing. Nathaniel, that boy ain't doing nothing. B Show says Jets losing Reddick. Oh, okay. Shout out to the homie Vamos Gatos. What's up, my boy? Shout out to the homie Kane's in the building. My man S. Harris in the building. Boy, we in here today. Shout out to the homie. What's good, CB? What's good, chat? What's good with you, S. Harris? Barry Jackson said it's his ribs. Yeah, maybe a little bumps and bruises, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Shake, we gonna rap, Shake. Come on, man. We gonna rap. Kevin Lee says, dang Hurricane fans. We don't call them the Miami Hurricanes around here. I call them the Miami afternoon drizzles. Ain't none hurricane about them. Because we done ran through them boys about 3 to 4 years in a row. So shout out to my nose. I don't need to crank it up. Y'all already know what time it is. It's FSU all day, every day, just like Kevin Lee said it. And just like Kevin Lee said it, they gypped us in the playoffs. It's all right. We coming back for vengeance. We coming to take ours. We ain't worried about it. DGE in the building. Shout out to my guy DGE, man. We got the best edge group in the AFC East. I agree. Can't wait to see Chop out there doing this thing, bro. We got Chop. We got Kamara. We got, man, what's up with Murphy? Is he going to be back, bro? We got some dogs, bro. Got some dogs, and then we got Chubb and Phillips, bro. We like that off the edge. Them boys better come with it. Them boys better come with it. Lewis said, "Cat, who is this? Who? What, bro? What? What are we talking?
What, bro? What are you talking about, man?
Man, I think Lewis cooked. Man, I don't know about Lewis no more, man. That boy's something else, man.
He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Shout out to the homie, though, man. We out here. V21 says no. Hey, the baby lizards. I know he ain't talking about them baby lizards. Boy, you better stop. Hey, you better go watch them Geico commercials. We ain't messing with y'all, dog. We ain't messing with y'all, man. Don't get me started on the college football talk. Don't get me started. It'll go left real quick. It'll go left real quick. Let me do this. I got to adjust the camera a little bit because I'm actually going to put something on the screen. Let me do this. He said the University of Miami afternoon thunderstorms, afternoon drizzles. That's what I call them, bro. They ain't no hurricane, man. They ain't no hurricanes. He said, Shake, I need your help. See, hey, I won't never get it, bro. I just get whooping y'all in the swamp. That's what I get, man. All right, let me share the screen real quick. Let's get to it. So Kay Adams was with the Miami Dolphins today at training camp, and she did a number of different interviews. She did some interviews with Mike McDaniel. She did some interviews with
how does it change? What happened last?
Hold on. She did some interviews with Mike McDaniel. She did some interviews with Tyreek Hill, and she did an interview with Tua as well. So we're going to watch some of these clips. Let me do this. I got to put this on the screen. So you guys don't really need to see it big. You just need to kind of hear what she's saying, right? So you can see that. So this is her talking to Mike McDaniel. And I'm just kind of watch these clips a little bit, and then we're gonna kind of dissect them a little bit, talk about them. Shout out to the Mad Tribal Tree Chief. What's good? He says K Bay. Okay. John Featherland, what's good with you? I see y'all in here. Hey, DGE, hey, Shake, you better stop disrespecting my Seminoles, bro. You better stop disrespecting my Seminoles. I come cross your head, but all right, here we go. Up in Adams with Kay Adams. Kay Adams does a cool job. She's cool, right? She kind of has some questions lined up for them and gets some, really good answers out of them. So let's watch this.
How does it change what happened last year? How does it change how you approach this year? And I'm including the preseason action because I noticed you didn't play any of your starters.
Yeah, no, I think that is. Well, first of all, you don't ignore it and just like, oh, bad luck. You try to control the controllables.
Mhm.
I think that's an off-season study that involved pretty much every department that we have in terms of how do we better prepare.
All right, so you said it's an he says it's an off-season study, right? And he says, "Hey, you gotta kind of look at it throughout the off-season." Mike McDaniel is very, very, OCD when it comes to this football team. And honestly, I like that. I like the fact that he has a really good understanding of his team. It seems like he really wants to win. He really wants us to be a better football team. So it kind of starts with kind of studying everything that went wrong this season and also things that went well, right? And trying to figure out, hey, how can we right the wrong this coming year or make adjustments in order to be better, right? So I think that's a big part of it. And you can hear him kind of talking about that at this point, right? Here we go. We'll continue.
How can we control the things that we can control? And I think that's we've adjusted our off-season rep counts. We felt pretty good about how we start the season from a soft tissue injury.
Now, he said we adjust the off-season rep counts, right? Now, everything Mike McDaniel does is done with purpose. That's what I want you guys to understand. Done with purpose. So every rep that they take out there is being counted, right? So the head coach has a number of plays that he's calling for the offense. The defense has a number of plays that they're playing defense for. These reps are being counted, right? And he's basically logging how many reps players are getting, how many reps the team is getting, the offensive unit, the defensive unit throughout practice in order to determine, like, hey, how many reps did we run during camp this year to determine, like, did we put too much stress on our guys? Did we not stress them enough? So he's going to be very methodical when it comes to practice and like calculating reps, because that's what it really comes down to. Like, how many reps are guys getting? Is it too much stress on their body? Is it too less? So we'll continue.
Which is really where you deep dive and how you're doing things. And we've tried to make the necessary adjustments so that we don't hit that mid to late season blip.
So he said he's tried to make the adjustments so he doesn't hit that mid-season, late season blunder, right? And that's what it's about, right? Just kind of understanding where your players are and what you need to do to make sure they stay healthy throughout the season. Like that. Like, hold on. The last thing we want is a team that's going to kind of fold down the stretch like they've done the past 2 years, right? So Mike McDaniel is going to be very methodical in his approach about how guys get reps throughout the season. And I think, honestly, defensively is where the guys got the most reps that they should have been rotating a little bit more. And I felt like that would have led to less, soft tissue injuries. Right, less of the ACLs, less of the Achilles, right, less of hamstrings tightening up and things like that. So Mike McDaniel is going to be very cautious, and I understand him being cautious, but I also understand that there's a fine line between being too cautious or being cautious and not putting enough strain on their bodies, because those games are very, they're very brutal on their bodies. So you got to kind of prepare your body for it, but you also kind of got to gauge how many reps you're getting, how much strain you're putting on your body as well. So all of that comes into play, right? And this is another question. Let's watch this real quick.
Have you thought about not playing anybody in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, it always crosses your mind because you feel responsible for whatever happens on the field.
I wouldn't play anybody.
The same on the same token, like there is, you're trying to balance that with, do you want the inherent anxiety that is induced by doing something abnormal, which would be playing tackle football for the first time since last January. There's a balance in that because you want players to feel completely comfortable when you know that regular season happens, and
So he's saying, hey, right, like it's one thing to say, hey, I don't want to play anybody in preseason. It would be great if you could do that. But you also want guys ready for the regular season. So if guys feel like, hey, I need to go out there and get some live bullets, right? Some live reps. So I don't go out there week one and just, it's a shock to me, right? So I mean that's the balancing act that coaches have. Like, of course, they would like to not play anybody, but they also realize that, hey, these guys need some live action, some live bullets. They need to be under the lights, right? They need to see the lights, they need to throw and catch in the lights so they see what it's like. So that's a part of it too, because a lot of their practices are during the day. Going out there on that field at night, it's kind of a different feel, right? Playing preseason games, it's just a different feel. It is. There's one thing to practice, but there's a totally different thing to step out on that field and play actual football games. So getting guys live reps is important, especially in preseason, because it gives them the opportunity to kind of knock the cobwebs off, the rust off, and just allow them to go out there and play.
The team is relying on people not learning as we go totally. So that
so not learning as you go, right? I already know, like, nobody wants to learn on the go in preseason, bro. Like, I mean, in the regular season. Like, nah, you should kind of already have it figured out prior to you getting to the season. Of course, there's going to be like some things you adjust during the season. You got to get caught up with the speed of the game and, like, playing your assignments, making the adjustments, playing with a unit. But you don't want people just out there really learning on the run, right? We do have a lot of guys who were in the system last year. So a lot of guys, some of those guys, those veteran guys, will kind of have the opportunity to sit because they've been in the system. They know what it's like. They know the speed. They know what they're expected to do, all of that. Some of these other guys, the younger guys, they need to kind of get the reps, get up to speed, see what it's like, right? And that's going to be important. Shout out to the homie Glenn in the building, members gang in the building. What's good with you, Glenn? Shout out to the homie, man. Shout out to Jose M. I see you. He says every year we've lost a significant player in preseason. I'm praying not this year, of course, always. But injuries happen. It's part of the game. Glenn says, I think the starters play a series or two this weekend and at least 2 series next weekend. We'll see. Tua has proven when missing time to be rusty. He has. But you got to think he's also been practicing a lot, right? So these guys have been practicing a lot. They've been playing a lot of football. It's one thing when you're injured, right? You're injured for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and you can't really practice, right? If you're not practicing, of course you're going to come out. You're going to come out rusty, right? But we saw Tua last year, right? Tua didn't play a lot of the preseason last year, right? How many series did Tua play last year in the preseason? What did he do in that first game? He came out and lit the Chargers on fire. I'm talking Tua Leroy. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master? I am. Oh, God damn. Let me go, motherfucker. Let me go.
Wait, so it's one thing for Tua to be coming off an injury, right, and not be practicing, but coming off practices from preseason and training camp last year, he lit the Chargers up, bro. Lit them on fire. So Tua Leroy showed up and showed out. Cap says, I love that movie. That's a classic. That is a classic. Um, Bentley says that was one crazy game. It was. Lit them on fire. Raph, great movie. You already know, man. You already know. You already know, bro. Wayne D says, LOL. Jose says, hit the like button and subscribe. If y'all ain't subscribing, y'all are tripping, man. That's the least y'all could do. Punch the like button, subscribe. I know the haters in here somewhere watching from a distance. Hey, the golden kid, is he? Is Tua the golden kid? Uh-oh. Is he?
I hope so.
Okay.
Hey, I really do hope so, man. I think Tua's special. I think Tua has some special traits. I think his circumstances and his story will kind of be like a shining light for like just NFL fans worldwide moving forward. Like his redemption story will be great. I'm telling you right now. A lot of people counted him out. They said he'd never be a guy. When he wins us that Super Bowl along with the other players on the team, together, and they hoist up that Lombardi, man, I might cry. I might cry. I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a Dolphin fan through and through since I was like a jit. So when I came out the womb, it would really be special. So I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Cap says, just move your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. What you know about that, Cap? He says, CB, do you know all those actors from that passed away like a curse? Nah, I don't know that. Some of them are still alive, but some of them I guess have passed away. Golden Child Eddie Murphy was a great movie. Honestly, a classic movie. Wayne D says, I literally just watched The Last Dragon last night. Favorite movie. Oh yeah, it's a classic, bro. It's a classic. I got it on DVD too. Bentley says, we crying together. You damn right, Bentley. You damn right. So let's continue this, man, real quick. Context says Tua bringing us gold in the 2028 Olympics. That's what I'm talking about. Or that silver Lombardi. I'll take the silver. Best in the nation, man. Come on, man. All right, continuing this real quick, and then we're gonna get to Tua and Tyreek.
It's a unique balance that you have to take. I basically it is what it is. You have to play guys that most players at some point for their own confidence level, and you just take it case by case and know that whatever you do is not foolproof, and you're probably going to be wrong. That's being a head coach.
Hey, it's funny how he just kind of takes it with a grain of salt. He knows that hey, it comes and goes, the good and the bad. Like, and that's the life of a head coach, any head coach in any position, high school, like it's always ups and downs, ebbs and flows. But it's about like how you face the adversity, right? He talks about it. Adversity is opportunity or whatever it is. But he's right. Like, and that's really what it is. All right, let's watch this real quick. This one is on Tua. Let's take a look at this.
I have this one memory. We talk about it often. The first time, there's a lot made about the tape that I made that I showed everybody that had eyes in the building and showed him as well. Well, his disposition and him as a person when he came into my office, which was the first time that he came in my office and watched that. I saw a guy that was kind of looking at me, trying to figure out what I wanted him to, how I wanted him to behave, and just kind of you'd say shy version of himself that I think now, as you see him blossom as a player and as a person, it's always really cool to reflect on. So I didn't know that as well. So that's been a cool.
So he has blossomed. I'm hearing he's more vocal. He's coming out here saying we are a player-led team. We all need to be accountable for each other. So what is it that you do here, Coach?
What do I do?
It sounds like they're running the show themselves.
And that's the signs of a good team, guys. Honestly, that is the sign of a good team when like when players are policing themselves, right? And honestly, I don't like to use the word policing, but when guys are really like policing themselves, you realize that hey, you probably got a really solid roster, right? You got a good mix of veterans, some good young guys who take mentoring well, who listen, right? And I think Mike McDaniel is finding out slowly, like, hey, how to approach this being a head coach in the NFL. Now we got to understand this is only his third year as an NFL head coach. Every year he's made the playoffs. He's getting better. And that's all we can ask for. Even like we talk about Tua, like that's all we can ask for Tua and the football team. Hey, right your wrongs, get better each year, keep developing, and keep putting yourself in an opportunity to go to the playoffs and win a Super Bowl, right? And I think that's what Mike McDaniel's focused on, just making sure that his guys are excited to come play football for him and they want to do what's right. And that's something we're gonna that's something we're gonna see throughout the season. But let's look at this. Let me put this on. This is Tyreek Hill. This is funny. I thought the no allow things was um a crazy story, right? Because I mean, he came out. Noah Lyles is an Olympic athlete, right? He's an Olympic track star, world athlete, and honestly, people call him a cornball because he's done a lot of stuff to like warrant people just being like, "Yo, what are you talking about, bro? You should just kind of shut up and just run," right? Um, and he said things like, "Hey, if you're the Super Bowl champion, you're not the world champion," or the NBA champion is not considered shouldn't be considered the world champion because they haven't beat everybody in the world, right? And he feels like, hey, if I'm going to the Olympics and I've beat world athletes all over the world, then I'm a world champion, but they aren't. So he said things like that, and as a result of that, um, this is one of the responses that Tyreek gave to him. Check this out.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport says like, come on, bro, like just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I wouldn't beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm gonna put on a COVID mask
God.
and let him know I mean business. Because I do mean business.
Sprinter Noah Lyles.
So Tyreek Hill basically standing on business, bro. Kind of killed Noah Lyles as a result of losing. So his main race is the 200. He won the 100. Came in third place in the 200. And as soon as he finished the race, he kind of said, "Oh, I have COVID. I'm not feeling well."
I feel like he's being a little more mobile.
And people were clowning Noah as a result of that because he came out super hyped for the race, jumping around, and then as soon as the race is over, he's sick. He has asthma and all this stuff. So Tyreek is just really standing on business and saying, "Hey, I'll whoop you in a race," and basically saying like that was horseradish, like what you did. And horseradish is horse manure, right? So keep that in mind. All right. So this is Tyreek Hill talking on Tua. Get to hear some Tua talk. Here we go.
I feel like he's being a little more mobile. He's getting outside the pocket a little more. Mm-hmm. And that means you're going to have to run a little bit more, which I have a feeling you like. What does it mean for the DBs that you're going to face this year?
It's going to be scary this year, man. I can see a lot of improvements in Us's game, man. He's done a tremendous job on, just really.
A lot of improvement in Us's game? A lot of improvement? Y'all hear that? Wow. People didn't think he could take that leap. Let's see.
They're honing in on his craft like each and every offseason. And then obviously like calling us, like me and Waddle and some of the other guys to come work out with him, man. So it's been a beautiful thing, man. Like each and every year just to be a part of his whole development from year one I've been with him to year 3. Like I can say that this year, like I'm gonna call my shot. Like he can be MVP candidate once again and even win the thing, man, because he's just that nice. Like And I played with the best quarterback, which is Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm saying like he's up there in caliber wise. I feel like, anyways, he has that.
I feel like he's being a little more mobile.
Wow. So y'all hear what Tyreek says. Hey, he could just not be in the MVP race. He could be the MVP this year, right? He's saying he's taking his game to another level. I mean, that's scary, but that's great for the Miami Dolphins, right? Um, but it's scary. I think he does. Hey, Wayne D said it. The arm is stronger because he's fully healed from the hip. He's been about to work out on his power throws again. Yeah, so Tua's really been working, and I think the work with Tom House and that team of quarterback gurus that kind of help quarterbacks get the torque that they need to make big time throws. I think that's big time. I think it helps tremendously a guy like Tua, who, especially, I mean, when you look at guys like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, they don't have like the biggest arms, right? But they just know how to use it, right? They got that rubber band, that elasticity, like that baseball motion, and that's what you need when you're throwing a football, right? And that's why Mahomes is so good. His dad was a baseball player. He was a baseball player growing up. He just understands how to throw the ball, get his hips into it, use his legs, and really, make those throws. So that's important, and that's what Tua's working on. That's what he worked on in the offseason, and maybe that's what he needs to get him over the hump, right? Maybe that's what he needed. Speaking of Tua, let's watch this one right here. This will be a pretty cool clip. Let's see what it is. Um,
4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to the Up and Adams show. Here with our guest,
Hey, Adams.
Tua Tagovailoa.
he forgot K Adams' name. That's wild, yo. That's wild. Tua's funny though. Hey, dude's tatted for real though. Hey, Tua's a different dude. That's what I want y'all to realize. Tua got his grill done. He's tatted up now. He's a family guy, rocking the gold chain. Like this dude is on another level of swag. Where y'all see, kind of taking on the McDaniel approach, bro. Just like mix swag to a swaggy, bro.
Hey, Adams.
Tua Tagovailoa, me,
Okay. Do you want to ask your
with our host, Kay Adams. What questions do I ask?
I'm sorry. Who am I sitting next to right now? Is this shy? Doesn't love the cameras? Too. What is happening right now?
I just created a TikTok account, so go check out my vines.
He said he created a TikTok account, so go check out his ones. That boy is hilarious. Hold on, let me get back to this. He did have some other clips too. Let me get to the other clips real quick. Come on, man. Might take a second. Here we go, right here. What's this one? All right, here we go. Here's
Congrats
one.
on the contract.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Feel good. Feels good getting paid. And it feels good that that's over with and that we can move forward from that and focus on football.
What does it do to you? Does it impact you at all that you play freer? People are trying to connect that being done, which is great, and your elevation.
It is definitely life-changing for me and my family. Definitely life-changing, but it also does take the stressors out of do I go out there and in good faith we get something done, hoping I don't get hurt or whatever happens, or do I just wait it out for a practice or two and we get paid and we can go out there and just ball.
Now he said something interesting. I'm gonna rewind it. Like I haven't heard this. This is my first time hearing this, so I want you guys to hear this again. So he says it's life-changing money, right? Of course, it's gonna set his family up, but he also says, hey, it takes some stressors off, which is important.
The stressors out of, but it also does take the stressors out of. Do I go out there and in good faith we get something done, hoping I don't get hurt or whatever happens, or do I just wait it out for a practice or two and we get paid?
So hey, he says something important. It takes the stressors out, guys. You got to realize that these players are human as well, right? So going out there and playing in good faith and saying, "Oh, I hope the Miami Dolphins do right by me." That's one thing. But going out there when they've paid you and you feel confident, your family's taken care of, you don't have to worry about it. You can go out there and play freely. That's different. It's a different type of relief, right? And I think it's the type of relief that allows you to go out there and just be yourself, play freely. Hey, if something comes my way, I feel comfortable taking it down, pulling it, and going and get 5 or 6 yards and diving if I got to, or running out of bounds and maybe taking a push. Right? I'm willing to do that because I have a guaranteed contract. Players can't put, I mean, they truly can't put it all on the line unless they're out there and they feel like, hey, I'm being done right by, right? And I'm going to get paid, or I've already gotten paid. And I think that's where Tua is at this moment. And I think that's why he's at the point where he's at, where he's confident, where he's feeling good, where he's happy, jovial, right? It's confidence, right? And Cap said it. It's confidence, man. Um, it's confidence is big for people, right? You gotta think about and I told you guys about this the other day. Like I showed you a TED talk of every kid needs a hero, and that's about that's a teacher talking about how believing in students and building relationships with students just helps them, you know, succeed, right? It takes their willingness to like put stress on themselves and testing and quizzing and things like that to another level because they understand that, hey, you have their best interest in mind. And when the Miami Dolphins showed that, hey, we have your best interest in mind, we want to do right by you, it gives Tua the confidence he needs to go out there and play well. And he wants to, you know, take the Miami Dolphins to the promised land. But hey, shout out to the homie Kevin Lee with the $10 donation. Man, I appreciate you. He says, CB, what's your take on Tua having the next level capability of beating great teams and making great plays? He definitely can't score 7 points in 7 quarters like last year. We can't have that Tua this season. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think it's more of a unit thing, right? Offensively. And I think Tua has to own a lot of that too, right? So Tua this offseason understood. He watched the film. McDaniel watched the film. The whole offensive unit watched the film and said, hey, how did we falter down the stretch? Like, how did we score 7 points in 7 quarters? Like, how was this possible? What did we do that we liked? And I think a lot of that is on McDaniel, right? I think a lot of that is on Tua. And I think the rest of it kind of lies at the offensive unit, right? But I think it's about like studying, you know, your bad habits and what you did bad and understanding that, hey, this is what we did here. Let's not do this again. A lot of football is going out and making adjustments, right? So watching film, watching practice film, making adjustments. Watching the practice film the next day. Hey, let's go out here and make the adjustments. Game time. Hey, let's put it all on the field. Let's go out there, perform well. Let's do our best. After that, make adjustments. So I think it's about constantly getting better. And honestly, these guys are looking at it day by day. It's day by day. It really is, right? Because they're watching a lot of film on themselves. They're evaluating how they played in practice, evaluating how they played in games. And they know there's a lot of expectations on them, right? To play well, to win games, right? Here in Miami, for sure. 24 years since we won a playoff game. Tua is trying to put himself in the best position to be successful. Mike McDaniel is trying to do the same thing, right? I think Mike McDaniel knows he needs to be better. Tua knows he needs to be better. And that's going to get the team to the next level for sure, right? And it's about everybody stepping up, everybody on that offense. But for sure, Tua knows, Kevin. He definitely knows that he has a next level. He knows he's capable of beating great teams. And he knows he definitely can't have 7 quarters like that where he only scores 7 points again. He knows that. And that's what the Miami Dolphins are striving towards, is correcting what went wrong last season, for sure. And I appreciate the $10 donation. It helps a lot. Always appreciate you, fam. That's love. We got to go up for the homie one time, man. Let's go, man. Let's crank it. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Aquavision in the chat. G says Jaguars with the shits. We better come correct. For sure, they're NFL team, bro. And that's what I want you guys to realize. I don't care who it is. Anytime we step on the field, we better come correct. I don't care who it is. It could be the Raiders, it could be Washington Redskins, it could be Atlanta Falcons, it could be the worst of the worst. Anytime we step on that field, we better come correct. Every week is an opportunity to either get your butt whooped or to put a whooping on another team. You got to impose your wills on these teams, yo. You got to be ready to go. Kevin Lee says, yeah, it's always December and January games for Tua in Miami. I expect to see a change those months this season for sure. For sure. And honestly, I thought Tua played well in some of those games in January, December. But you know, it was always like it wasn't complimentary football. It was always, hey, the offense would show up and the defense wouldn't get a stop that they need. Like it was always like defense would show up, offense couldn't score points, right? It was always like it wasn't complimentary. So the Dolphins definitely have to do a better job of just playing off of one another. Hey, I understand there's going to be times where the defense is not playing well. Offense, step it up. There's going to be times where the offense cannot get a score. All they can do is get a field goal. Defense, get a stop, get a turnover, get off the field, get us the ball back, help us win the game. That's what it comes down to. And special teams, hey, we need a play, make a play. Don't give up a touchdown. That's the last thing we need. Make a play for us. Like there's going to be times where we need special teams to win us a game. That's just the nature of the game. Football is the ultimate team game. It's the ultimate team game. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Let's continue this real quick. Actually, let's go to the next one. Let me escape out of that. Here we go.
Well,
a little bit of a
all right, so this is another one. Check this out. Here we go.
a little bit of a mobile Tua. What's up with that?
Mobile Tua.
Do you like being out of the pocket?
Well, I would like to say as a quarterback, you want to be a passer before you become a runner. And so that's sort of the same philosophy that I have. But if I do need to run, that I can run, and I'm capable of doing that to help the team.
I'm just trying to think with the speed on this offense, no DB can keep up with Tyreek and Waddle anyway. And then if you decide to just like prance around and, do a TikTok dance or something, or a Vine, if you will, I can't imagine the exhaustion of the DBs in the AFC East, Tua.
Well, like I said, I'm looking to throw the ball. I'm looking to be a thrower before I'm a runner. But if I need to help the team, I'm going to be running.
A little bit of a mobile.
And I think that's a good answer by Tua. That's all you can do, man. You want to help the team win. And I think Tua understands that, hey, in order for the team to win, sometimes I'm going to have to pull that ball down and get 5 or 6 yards and extend the drive. Like I got to find a way to make plays. And the good quarterbacks do it. Like I think when it comes down to it, the quarterbacks who are great in this league find ways to make plays with their feet when things aren't available. And I think you got to be a threat. It's like playing basketball, right? And you have 5 guys on the court, and there's one guy on the court is never going to shoot the ball. He's never going to shoot it. He's never going to take a shot. He's not a threat. So people can sag off of him and play other guys that can play the good shooter on the team, right? Tougher, because they're sagging on him, right? And they don't have to play him tough because he won't shoot the ball. He's not a threat, right? Tua has to understand that, man, I got to be a threat on the field. So, if they're going to give me lanes and give me running alleys, then I got to be able to take them and show them that I'm a threat, right? Once he does that a couple of times, defenses will say, man, damn it. Like, I can't play like I want to play. So I got to play Tua honestly, right? Got to play Tua honestly. Therefore, other guys are going to become open because they realize that, hey, I got to play Tua honestly. I got to keep him in the box. He's going to run. I got to keep contained. Therefore, other guys get open. Maybe the middle of the field opens up a little bit more. Maybe him kind of taking a step here or there looking like he's about to run is going to open up something in the middle or open up something on the outside or down the field, right? Because a lot of times these guys are looking in the backfield, they're cheating, right? DBs are taught to play their man, they're taught to be honest, right? Trust your eyes. But a lot of times they're cheating, they're looking at the quarterback. And that's how they get themselves in trouble, right? So they could see Tua maybe taking off, and then Tua just pulls up and makes a throw down the field. And they're looking like, oh man, I'm beat because I was looking in the backfield. So these are little things that can make the Miami Dolphins better on Sundays, for sure. For sure. I think there's maybe one more video. One more. Let's see.
Has your
Here we go.
has
Coach
your
McDaniel.
relationship evolved, or is it the same thing from day one where he came out and he said, "That's my guy. I love him." Has it changed at all?
It has changed in some sorts, but for the most part, that's how Mike has been throughout the entire process. And in relationships, you need to go through the ups and downs in order for that relationship to grow, in order for that relationship to get stronger. And I think we've gone through the ringer a little bit with it, and you just grow more fond of the people that you go through things with, and the more you go through those things and you come out better, that's sort of what it was with our relationship.
Has
Coach
your
McDaniel.
relationship
So that's a good. I mean, honestly, he says, "Hey, as you grow and you go through things, your relationship gets stronger and better," and that's true. And I think he has a point. I think with adversity comes growth opportunities, and I think let me take a look at this. Yeah, I think that it comes with growing opportunities.
I want to
So Tua and Mike McDaniel are at a position where, hey, they're just, hey, kind of going with the flow. Like we do what we can, we adjust where we need to adjust to be better, right? Every day, clocking in, working it out, trying to get paid, right? And then let me take a look at this one, Tyreek, real quick, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
I want to talk to you about something that I hear from every NFL coach, GM, elite player. They say when I bring up Tyreek Hill, I promise you, the first thing I hear is he doesn't get any credit for how intelligent and how high his football IQ is. Do you feel the same way?
Oh yeah, man. A lot of people don't know that I scored a very high score on my Wonderlic test. Whenever I was doing it for the draft. So a lot of people don't know that.
But I guess I'll ask you this, because I think they overlook it for whatever reason, but also your athleticism, what you can do out on the field.
Right.
I'd like to ask.
Dang, so hey, Cheetah, that dude, bro. Cheetah said he got a high Wonderlic, bro. You better stop playing with, bro. Bro, really like that.
If you had you're the best player in the NFL, Tyreek. If you had like a pie chart, right? And you had to say this percentage is my athleticism and this percentage is my IQ. What's what?
Athleticism has to be like 99, bro. Like I'm sorry, like nah.
Well, so then you do get credit for your intelligence. It's only 1% of what you do. I just see you do things out there. You know where it's going. I'm picturing you as a chief against the Bills in that game. You found the hole. You made it happen. That takes it up here.
Yeah, man. Like I was very fortunate to have some great coaches. Just being in the league, man. Coming in my rookie year, I had Coach Culley. He was a coach of the Texans, but he was my receiver coach my rookie year. And he always told me, the good receivers, they only see one side of the field, meaning that I only see the corner and the safety on my side of the field. But the great receivers like Jerry Rice and so on and so forth, they see all four, which is, both safeties, both corners, or even if you got a nickel. And for me, I've always held myself to try to know what the safeties are doing each and every play, because the safeties tell the story. Whenever you play against guys like myself, or when you play against the Dolphins, when we have so much speed, you have to line up the right way. Either you line up in cover 4, you line up in cover 2, or you got a one high safety. Because if you come down and try to disguise anything, we're gonna run right by you.
And that's key too. And that's what he's talking about. When it comes to playing football, and when your receivers are high IQ like that, and they realize, hey, this is what they're doing on this play. They're disguising it. They're trying to roll somebody down and roll coverage down. If Tyreek sees that mid play, right, he just might be like, "Yo, I'm gone." Like, bro, I'm leaving. Like the motto is, if we even, I'm leaving, and that could be the case. So, and he's saying like the guys have to be lined up right. If guys aren't lined up right and they're out of place, then we're gonna beat them because we're so fast. And that's what happened a lot of times last year. You would see safeties like a safety like cheating towards Waddle instead of cheating towards Tyreek and not playing over the top. And at that point, it's just, hey, the ball is going to beat that guy every time. So all you got to do is throw it up, and Tyreek will run it down, and there's no way the safety's going to get over there. So that's what you have a lot of times with the Miami Dolphins, just based off how teams play them. And teams just don't realize that you got to play Miami different than you play everybody else. It's not the same. It's not the same game. It's just not, right? So teams got to come with it. And that's what it's going to be moving forward. But hey, be on the lookout, guys. Tomorrow we have joint practices with the Commanders, right? In Miami, it's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday joint practices. I'm pretty sure. I have a buddy who actually works for the Washington Commanders. So try to get some video content uploaded for you guys to check out. Be around tomorrow. Hit the notification button. Be around tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm definitely going live again. We're going to talk about the Miami Dolphins and talk about these joint practices and how they did. We're going to get some information on how they looked. I'm going to ask my boy, like, who you felt like dominated practice. Who was the better units? How was the offensive line? How was the defensive line? He played offensive line with me in college, so he's attuned to, hey, what it should look like. Who plays well? Who's doing what well? Who's playing bad? Who's doing what bad? So, hey, I appreciate you guys coming to check me out. We have 60 watching right now, 61 watching. Do me a favor. Please tap the like button for your boy. It just helps the algorithm. Shout out to Kevin Lee for the $10 donation. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate all the members gang coming through. Everybody, if you can't donate, just please punch the like button and share this with somebody. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Shake Money in the building. Context, Jose, G, AP, Ryan, the Wayne D Experience, Kevin Lee, Aquavision, Wooback was in here, Lou was in here, Raul P was in here, 72 undefeated. Shout out to all my day one supporters. Cap for Life, Batman's Pops who showed up. Man, I ain't seen Batman's Pops in a long time, bro. He one of the Wolf Pack legends. One of the Wolf Pack legends. Glenn Paliker. Man, I appreciate y'all. Joe Levesque, everybody, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. The Mad Tribal Chief, DGE was in here. Flavor J. Man, it was so many people in here. D-Rod. Appreciate everybody. Bentley. Pittsburgh Dolphin fan, Lil HP, Lil V772. Shout out to everybody, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the homie S. Harris, too. Appreciate you, homie. Hey, we out. See ya. Hey, we'll want to